CBS show SEAL Team, and it starred David Boreanaz, who joins us now on First Take. What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me here.
Thanks for being here, man.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Good. Yeah. You kind of came here. It's been really heated this morning.
No. I could tell when I walked in.
Who's your NFL team?
Very tense,
right.
man. It's like, you know, it's Friday, it's the weekend, and obviously the hot topic is Myles Garrett. So.
What's your take on it?
It's a very violent sport. I mean, let's just talk about the sport itself and the environment and how it happened and how it went down at the end there. It's emotions get the better of players in certain situations. Yeah, it just is bad to see that. I know Myles Garrett probably feels horrible after witnessing that and seeing that. You know, everyone says in the heat of the moment and, you know, there's this rivalry or whatever that is, but athletes get, it's almost kind of like a switch goes off in their head. And when it's that intense, things happen. And I think that this was a moment of that happening. It's kind of, you look at it and say, oh, well, you know, it's horrible to see. It's horrible to watch. I've met Myles Garrett. I think he's a really nice guy, stand-up guy. Had a great conversation with him. This kind of stuff happens in sports sometimes, and it's going to leave a scar for him. He felt bad about it. I like the way he responded right away after the incident. I also like the way his coach responded afterwards because of the responsibility of the team. So should he get suspended? Yes, he should get suspended, without a doubt.
No one's arguing he shouldn't.
Yeah. I mean,
I think he should be suspended as well. It's just the length of the suspension and the hysterical overreaction this morning. Kick him out of the league, rest of the year.
No. I don't think you should kick him out of the league. I think he should be suspended for sure. That's up for them to decide that. We can only have opinions on that.
Well, I don't think it's right for him to be castigated as some criminal or what have you, and you know, where people are talking about law enforcement officials. That's utterly ridiculous, in my opinion. I think that's going too far. And I do agree with you. When I've met him and interviewed him, he seems like a real nice guy and what have you.
Same.
And we're not going to sit up there and excoriate him or character assassinate him. But rules are rules, and he clearly broke them, and he was a bit excessive in doing so. And so, to me, it warrants a season-ending suspension. You got 6 games left.
Doesn't the NFL?
It warrants a 6-game suspension.
Doesn't the NFL need to take or would you like to see them take a heavy stance, also given how much attention they've given to like mental and head health and hits and all of that?
Well, I think you're opening up a whole different conversation when you're talking about, you know, concussions and helmets and the game of football. That's, you know, that's something that I think the NFL shies away from. We're talking about concussions and in sports. My son plays ice hockey and that's a violent sport. You know, if we want to talk concussions, that's a whole different.
Stuff people want to suspend people in football for. In hockey, you get 5 minutes in the penalty box.
Right? Oh, well, Donner Brashear got hit by Marty McSorley, right? Remember when that incident?
Yeah.
Took a stick and smacked him in the back of the head. I mean, emotions take over sometimes, and athletes snap. They snap. I agree with you. He should be suspended for the remainder of the season. I think that he should.
Yeah, I think 6 games at the outside, and since there's 6 games left, okay, I won't fight too hard against that. I don't think it should be a 6-game suspension. When you talk about head trauma, then the question is, and you made a point in the last segment, Roz, well, I'm focusing on the consequence. What about the behavior itself, right? The intention. Okay. Well, in that case, if we're concerned about head trauma on the field, et cetera, who started the fight? Who escalated the fight by trying to take off the other guy's helmet.
Well, wait a second. Whoa. The fight started when the game started.
Well, okay, but
as far as I'm concerned,
the extracurricular fight started.
Happens on the offensive line every time in the quarters.
Sure.
They start talking. It's been happening.
Football is legal assault, actually. But, okay, but then who escalated the fight by trying to remove the other guy's helmet, and then who, without his helmet, continued the fight? One guy ended the fight, but the other guy did all 3 of those things, and that speaks to, like, head safety. Also, you also must take responsibility for your own head safety, and Mason Rudolph did 2 things, try to take off the other guy's helmet and charge him without his own. But that's all on Myles Garrett.
Listen, I don't have him for too much time, so I'm going to transition. I'm going to transition a little bit because I got another hour to deal with him. Okay?
Come on,
go to you.
Yeah. Your
Eagles going to win the NFC East?
Philly guy.
You know what? And I find out like Sproles is out now. Jay Ajayi, he's coming back. Maybe bring him back in the fold. I think Howard Roseman has missed a couple opportunities.
So what are you trying to say, David? Are you
I think that the Eagles will definitely make the playoffs. Okay, I think that the Eagles are better than the Cowboys.
Okay, you're not.
And I'm not skating the issue right here.
I expect you to be a bit more confident.
When I know Alshon Jeffrey may or may not be playing this weekend, that concerns me because it's a big game. After that, we play Seahawks. So
okay.
That's a whole different story. So we got 2 big games coming up. These are 2 big games for the Philadelphia Eagles. Home game against the Patriots. Both of them been on a bye. So right now, where the Eagles stand, if I'm going to say they're going to make the playoffs, yes, but they're really hurting in the wide receiver position, and they are hurting in the backfield.
I just want to get that out.
I love these Philly guys, man. Like they were catching babies, unlike Aguilar. Like you talk to someone from Philly, growing up was the Eagles your whole life.
Yeah. But I was born and raised in Buffalo, and I moved to Philadelphia when I was 7, so I was a Bills fan and a Sabres fan, and then I moved to Philly.
That can't last long.
It can't last, not at the Vet or not at the Spectrum.
Right.
What about your 76ers? Are they going to clean things up? They've been struggling a little bit.
You know what? I think Sixers have they got a great team. I mean, I'm a big Embiid fan, so, will they clean things up?
They got to change.
Who's to say? They got to change? What do you mean they have to change?
No, I said they got a chance.
They got a chance.
Tobias Harris got to hit a 3 eventually, right?
I got them coming out of the East, but I got questions about their depth, and I have questions about their perimeter shooting since they lost J.J. Redick.
Okay.
They got to shoot it and space it.
I respect that.
David, thank you for joining our show. It is cool to see you here. Appreciate
Thanks for having me.
Your hot takes on the show. Make sure you watch David on his CBS show, SEAL Team, on Wednesday nights.
I kind of want him back. He seemed to know a little bit more about sports than I thought he would.
At 9 p.m.
Oh, it's all over. Let's go on the table. Let's get ready to go. Anytime you want to roll, man.
All right, much more to come on First Take. 2-time Super Bowl champ Damian Woody will tell us if this fight should follow Myles Garrett for the rest of his career.
Thank you.